What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be transforming this dull plain seat for my Daytona 660 from this, I'll show a couple clips here, to this. I don't know how I'm going to edit this yet, so I'm hoping I do a good job. But as you can see, this is the plain old J-No seat. This has a little strap on top for the rear seat. And then for the other seat, it's really just nothing special. Like you can see, it's literally just a normal seat. And you may be wondering, what could you possibly do? In this box right next to me, we have a kit to actually upgrade this seat. And primarily the reason I'm actually doing this is not for looks. The new seat should look better. I've opened it and checked it out really quickly, but I haven't done much in-depth things. But the primary reason why we're changing the look of the seat, or reupholstering it in other words, is because when I do wear my full leather suit, when I wear the leather jacket and pants together, I slide so much in the seat because there's not a lot of friction points in this, if you ask me, and which is the #1 reason we're ending up reupholstering the seat is because of that. Obviously, secondary, you end up getting a cooler seat, but needless to say, we'll go over what you need to actually do this, and we'll also give you a review of the actual product. I forget what the name of it is. I think it's Kelp or Culp or something around that. I'll show you in just a second. But I just wanted to show you again, this is out with the old. Don't throw it away because you actually need it. The logo, and they give you a sticker as well. And the sticker's pretty cool. The packaging is pretty plain. Like I said, I already opened it. It just comes in this black bag. It comes one with their logo. You just open it. And I'm gonna be 100% honest and keep it $150 with you guys. So far from the initial just review of it and it not being installed on the bike, I'm very disappointed in what we're getting. So needless to say, on the website they mentioned that this is leather and faux leather, or I think it's suede and faux leather. So obviously it's not real leather, it's fake. And then this is supposed to be suede, so some of these areas are supposed to be suede. I've bought in things that are suede, like I have a suede steering wheel and suede other things. This doesn't feel like suede to me. This feels like very, very cheap suede, if suede at all. It's probably because it's on a bike, but for you guys to say that it's suede, I mean, I don't see, it doesn't, honestly doesn't feel like suede. Let me pull this a little closer to you guys. So this is gonna be the one for my seat that I'm actually gonna be in. This is the rear and this is the front. They do ask for your weight, so that way if they need extra padding, I did give them my weight. So they gave me a little bit more padding, which also a plus because it's supposed to help you feel a little bit more comfortable in the seat. So we'll actually test that out once we actually install this and see if I feel any comfort difference. But like I said, this looks a lot better. It is diamond stitched, and honestly, this feels a lot more, because of the stitching and everything and the pattern, it definitely, my hand doesn't glide as easy as it does on that one. So again, I'm a little disappointed because I'll be honest, the materials don't really aren't really what I thought they would be. And then right here you see they have their logo. Let me see if I can capture it good. You may or may not be able to see it, so I apologize. But yeah, this is the rear seat. From this, what you are gonna need, I bought this from Amazon for 10 bucks, is you're gonna need a staple gun. So I ended up buying, and I'm hoping this is a good enough one. This is just a cheap Amazon staple gun. It comes with a staple remover and then your staples, and that's pretty much all you need. One thing you guys will need for the rear seat is you guys are gonna need a hex screw. You guys are gonna need a T30, but you might be wondering, why would you need that? So these straps, the strap right here, is actually, I flip this around, you have two little bolts right here that hold the strap. I am going to end up reusing the strap so that way it's still on there even with the new upholstery. So we're going to need to remove this and then start ticking away at it. So all it is you're going to have a bunch of little staples here. I don't know if there's... and to get this piece off. Doesn't feel like there's any glue or anything on the foam itself in order to have this placed on there, so. Well, there you guys have it. That's going to be the final product. I would recommend there's some spots that I could have pulled the leather a little better, like right here. But all in all, I think this is a good to go. As you can see, there's some leather play here a little bit, and then some right here. But on this side, I actually did a fantastic job, I think. And there you guys go. I mean, so far it looks good. It does give you, like I said, pretty good traction. I'm not overly concerned on this rear one because this is the one I don't ever really have a backpack, and when I do, it's my girlfriend, and we don't really go that long of rides. So I mean, it's a nice upgrade, and plus I have a little bag on this anyway, so you won't really see that, but I wanted to make sure you got the logo because I think it looks pretty cool. But now for the big thing I want to mention is obviously try to get as many clips as possible, but down here on the bottom on the seat, you got to be very careful because if you don't, it actually punctures this side of it because it's very thin, and actually I had one of these little staples actually come in. So what I would recommend is running your finger through this little small end and see if you feel any of those nails. And if you do, obviously I would remove them and then restaple it. But one down, one more to go. All right, guys, so I thought I was recording, but I didn't. So we finished taking off all the staples on the main seat. I don't know why this is dirty. It came off like that whenever I took off the main seat. But yeah, now all we're gonna do is end up placing the seat cover. This does have the extra foam padding that they ask you your weight on, so let's hope and pray that was actually worth it. Here again is the... All right, well, guys, we finally got it installed. Here is the final product. Honestly, this seat was a lot easier and a lot less complex. It is very hard to get this rear side part right here, and as you can see, there's some stretching in there, but overall I think that this seat turned out fairly good. So let's go ahead and put that on the bike and install it and see how it looks. So let's go ahead, put you on the tripod and put this thing on. Screw it, and let's take this back seat off. Let's put this right here. All right, final moment to see. We finally got this in. The only downside is I actually lost the other bolt, so I'm only going to be cranking this down with one bolt. But it did get some fatness to it, so getting this bolt might be a little harder. We're going to have to push forward and screw down. Let's hope that I don't run into any issues not running both bolts, but as long as we tighten this sucker down. I mean, this side moves a little bit, but she ain't going anywhere. All right, now for the final piece, the piece of resistance. Like I mentioned, let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think I should keep this little strap? Because I did put it back on. So it does have the strap. It kind of looks a little odd, but let's clip this on. Actually, let me put my paperwork back in there. That's usually where I keep it at. And then my insurance is on my phone. All right, there you have it. Let's see what I think about it. Honestly, it gives the bike, I don't know how to describe it. It just gives the bike a little bit of the better, just that much of a better look. Let's show you what it looks like. So yeah, that thing looks, honestly, I think it looks sick. All right, let's give it a good old whirl. Honestly, she feels a little, oh shoot, I'm bottoming out the suspension. No, I'm not. But she feels a little stiffer. I mean, ultimately, again, the reason I got it is just so that way I don't slide up and down. And I don't think that's going to be an issue no more. So let me know in the comments section below, what do you guys think? Was this a good mod, a bad mod? I think it's a very expensive one that honestly shouldn't have done. But I'm probably gonna review this next day because unfortunately I cannot actually go riding. It's about to go raining. I don't like riding in the rain. So that being said, that's pretty much gonna be it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below what do you guys think. Personally, strictly on looks wise, I think it's worth it. I mean, if you guys are strictly looking for something just to elevate your, if you're strictly just looking for something to elevate your bike, I think this could really work. I mean, if you guys don't agree with me, let me know. But look at that. And I think that is an amazing view right there. I don't know, just my personal opinion. I think it gives the bike an eloquent look that this was missing. Especially since you have those front wings, which this bike doesn't need it. But let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, as always, guys, if you guys have any comments, any suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment down in the description. Let me know what you guys think about this. I personally think that this is a mod that it is on the do not to do list. I did it because why not? But I would not recommend doing this because honestly, I feel like it's a waste of money. But we'll see until we go for a ride. If it fixes the issue of me sliding with my leather pants, then I think it's a win. But anyways, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out. And you guys got to remember, you guys got to grind to shine. So catch you on the next one.